Hey folks, it's Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building over at the beautiful MGM Grand for the Horatio Williams Foundation Coaches Forum. And I got a great coach, great friend, great mentor, the perfect person to be here to be on a panel. Detroit Mercy's head coach, Mark Montgomery. Coach, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Good. Look, I need to talk about this blazer. I need to go where you shopping at, man. You got your own Mark Montgomery line?
I took this out the archives. It's been a while. It's been a while.
But it still fit though, right?
Yeah, it still fit. I try to stay in shape a little bit.
You got it. Coach, inaugural season. Let's talk about what that was like for you at Detroit Mercy.
It was enjoyment. I love that I'm back in the driver's seat, the head seat. Got a chance to win some games. We lost some games, but I thought the culture and the foundation is set for a big year too. You always want a little bit, want to win a little bit more, but we had some injuries, and we showed some resiliency because when you go back and look at game film, we're in a lot of games, and the guys are coming back that believe that we can be successful. We're going to have a big second year.
Yeah, that means pay a little bit more attention. One of the big topics today is going to be the transfer portal, NIL. You just had a great announcement. Tyler Spratt's coming home to be part of the Detroit Mercy family. What is that going to be like having Tyler Spratt come be a part of the family?
Well, I'm excited until he signs that thing on the 16th. Okay. But I'm excited for a few different people that we got out of the portal. And I'm excited for our freshman class coming in. But when you can get a recruit that's from the state and people know him, especially in the city and in the surrounding areas. I know he's a winner, and they went all the way to the state finals. Good Mo, anytime you can get some size and some shooting. And that was my off-season thing was we have to get better shooting, and I know that the recruits we got coming in can shoot that ball.
That's good. Talk about what we're here for Horatio Williams. Talk about your relationship with Horatio and what it means for you to come out and support this event.
Well, anytime that Horatio calls, I'm here. It doesn't matter if it's in the city, of course I'm going to be here. Right. If it's in the surrounding state, I'm going to try to make it. But Horatio does so much for the community. He has a basketball team camp at our place in the summer.
You're a great host too, by the way.
Where you get 50-some teams in. But just the touches he have with the high school coaches, AAU coaches, college coaches, and the opportunities he's not giving just us, but to student athletes, that's big. That is big for this community in this city.
Yeah, out in the reception area, you kind of emphasize the importance of you networking and talking. I mean, you're a head coach. What you worried about networking for? Tell me what's going on. Why is that important to emphasize?
It's all about relationships. It goes back to when I started coaching in '96, and some of the guys that, we were assistants together, and now we moved on to be head coaches. We're assistants again. You can never, a relationship, you should always nurture that and stay in contact with especially good guys. When you're in this business, there's a lot of good guys that you want to stay in contact and you want to see people do well. I like hearing their stories because a lot of these guys are coaches and you share different things. I could be a sponge on things. It might be something that can help my program, but I look forward to events like this.
Yeah, sure. We're going to have Greg Kelser as a great MC. Wydell Henry's getting an award. Ray Kelser's getting an award. You're going to get a chance to speak. In your mind, coming over here, driving over, was there something you said, I kind of hope I can make sure I make this point? Is there anything in particular that you think that you want to make sure you want to be able to share?
Well, the first point, I hope it doesn't matter what question's going to ask. I just want to thank the coaches because we have a thankless job that we're still getting them from their level, especially the high school level, the AAU level, and it starts with them and their nurturing, and then we're trying to take it and develop and make sure we mentor too. But just thanks to coaches for their support, especially at Detroit Mercy this past year. And then the ones that came to games, we got a lot of the city coaches and the city players to come out and not just come to games, watch practices, stop in our office. I think all that's important. But the topics that we're going to talk about from maybe we can just give a little more educational stuff about the transfer portal. Because it's more kids in there, that's scholarships, so you got to be careful for that. And then, academics still matters. Because when you do leave a certain institution, every credit doesn't transfer.
Right, you got to be ready for that.
And another topic we're going to talk about tonight is that mental health. And I experienced some of that this year with some of our players. So some mental health days are important. You having a good relationship with your student athlete and touch them on a daily basis is important. So, I want to make sure they understand that, because it's starting really at their level and it transforms to our level.
That's it. Well, Coach, I can't tell you, I use your name a lot when I present, and I'll use your former employer being at Michigan State, and I'll put you there and Coach Izzo, and I talk about the gap and bridging the gap, and I think you've done a great job of being able to experience all these things from decades past, but being on the front line. I mean, you're living the portal life, you're dealing with the NIL, and I think that's a great thing. How does it feel to kind of be a new school coach with an old school background?
Well, that's not going to change. You know what I mean? I've been coaching for 25 plus years. So, but also at the thing, we have to adjust to the new standards. NIL is here. We have to embrace that. The transfer portal is here. We have to embrace that until they change the rules. Now, I think both things need to get tweaked, but until they get tweaked, we're going to live by those rules. But it still comes down to development and relationships of kids.
Right.
And then sometimes they have to do, unfortunately, what's best for them. So at times, the new era is we're going to have more guys for less time. Before, when I went to college, you stayed 4 years. You were loyal.
Right.
I think guys are now loyal to that year or maybe 2 years.
You got me.
But,
you got me.
Yeah, but until that changes, hey, we have to deal with it.
Last thing, why is Detroit Mercy the location many of these young people need to aspire to be at?
Well, if you want to, come in and get playing time and play and help revise this city and get the city behind you, I think it's going to be a great coaching staff. Myself, Coach Stone, Coach Chapp, we get Peck. We have a great staff. It's nothing like playing in Callahan when it's full.
Yeah.
I mean, they're right up on you. And you know what? It probably should have started with this. It's a great academic institution. It's a top-notch degree you're going to get, and it's going to open a lot of doors when you graduate.
Well respected. Coach, you know how I feel about you. I appreciate you sitting down. We look forward to having a great day, and we'll go from there.
All right, Lindsay, thanks for having me.
Talk to you guys in a minute. Peace.